You have a dog that is itching like crazy, losing hair, licking, redness in the groin, licking their paws, recurring ear infections. Your dog likely has atopic dermatitis or environmental allergy. Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets. These are my top 5 remedies to quickly stop the itching. The other day, I was stopped by somebody walking down the street and they said, "Doc, I've got this little dog. He's got chronic environmental allergies, just itching everywhere. Like, it's all he does, itch and lick his paw and scratch his ears and itch. What is it? I need something that I can give, like really quick. It's going to stop my dog from itching, that I don't need to go and see my veterinarian. Like, what can I go buy at the pharmacy? Can I go pick up at the co-op? Just tell me what works." Does this sound like your dog? Over 10% of our dogs have allergies, and they're on the rise. We're seeing more and more dogs diagnosed with allergy. And helping and fixing these allergy problems, this has become a multi-billion-dollar business for the pharmaceutical companies. Products like Atopica, Apoquel, Cytopoint, they're generating these companies hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And never mind the costs, then there's the associated side effects. So for today's video, these are the top 5 remedies that you can use to quickly stop your dog from itching. There's many underlying causes of allergies. Possible your dog has a food allergy. There may be a FAD, flea allergy dermatitis. Could be an array of the different environmental pollens, for instance, that is triggering the allergies. Your dog could have an underlying staph bacterial infection. There may be yeast. But regardless of the underlying cause, you're seeing the clinical signs. You're seeing your dog itch, scratch, lick his paw, lick his groin, just chronically licking, unable to be comfortable. Maybe you can't get in to see your veterinarian. Maybe you can't afford to go in and see your vet. So these are my top 5 fast-acting anti-itch remedies. Number 1, we have the OTC anti-itch cream, 1% hydrocortisone. Yes, this is a corticosteroid, so it does have some side effects, but because we're using topically, it's so much safer. Plus, it's available to you over the counter. You're going to be able to get this at any pharmacy, 1% hydrocortisone. And it's great if you're just dealing with a local topical area of inflamed skin, i.e. your dog's groin, for instance. It's all red and inflamed. It's a good option to use the OTC hydrocortisone cream. So you're just applying a thin layer over top of the area of your dog's affected skin. You know, typically twice a day should be enough. And ideally, don't want your dog licking this after you've applied it. So just maybe just hang out with them for a little bit. It gets absorbed pretty rapidly. Within about 10 minutes, the bulk of it's going to be absorbed. Number 2, the OTC antihistamines. We have Benadryl, cetirizine. When your dog has an acute allergic reaction, there are cells in the skin called mast cells which release histamine. The antihistamines work, i.e. Benadryl, cetirizine, by blocking histamine. Less histamine, less itching. I found that for most dogs, especially dogs I saw in veterinary practice, within a few hours, they were starting to be effective. There's decreased inflammation. You're seeing your dog become more comfortable. They're less itchy. Benadryl or diphenhydramine is the older veterinary antihistamine. It's the one most commonly used in dogs. It's being dosed at 1 milligram per pound of body weight, 2 to 3 times a day. But the thing with Benadryl, yes, it can decrease the itching, but it does have more side effects in terms of CNS depression. These guys are more lethargic. Some cases it causes excitation. These dogs are more excited. They can be more agitated. Some dogs can get GI stuff, vomiting, diarrhea. They might even become constipated. But I use Benadryl on hundreds of dogs. Most dogs responded pretty well, minimal side effects. Then there's the new generation antihistamines. This is cetirizine. It's sold under the brand name Zyrtec in the US, Reactine in Canada. It also is an antihistamine, so it's decreasing histamine release within the skin, less itching, but it doesn't come with a serious number of secondary side effects. We're not seeing the CNS depression. We're not seeing the excitation or the agitation. The dog cetirizine dose is 0.5 milligrams per pound. Tula is 20 pounds. Should be getting 10 milligrams. That's given once a day or once every 12 hours. Number 3, the awesome anti-itch plant nutrient. This is quercetin. Quercetin is a medicinal nutrient which is isolated from red onion. It's isolated from apple peel, and it's shown to be especially beneficial for our dogs that have allergies. It has some clear antihistamine qualities in terms of decreasing histamine release in the skin, less itching. It also acts as an anti-inflammatory. We're seeing less skin inflammation, less redness. And one of the other things I really like about the quercetin is it acts quite quickly. And I've had many clients say, like, the number one thing, their dog is itching like mad. They just want to decrease the itching. They start on the quercetin, and in no period of time, there is far less itching. Many dogs have been on quercetin long term. Generally, are finding it quite safe long term, so long as it's given at the appropriate dose. The other big thing, which is important though, it needs to be bioavailable in terms of your dog needs to absorb it for then it to be effective, so it can then decrease inflammation, decrease histamine production. So specifically, we have a bioavailable whole plant natural quercetin extract. We're looking at suggested doses of 50 milligrams of the quercetin per 15 pounds of body weight daily. Tula's 20 pounds. I start with giving her one of the 50 milligram quercetin tablets once a day. What do you think? It's got this cool little green flower. You can see that it's a natural flower extract. But if after a day or two of seeing her on the quercetin, her not responding, I then easily up that dose. I do 50 milligrams twice a day. Number 4, from the sweet root of the licorice plant, this is licorice root extract. The active ingredient in licorice root, glyceric acid, it's a really potent anti-inflammatory, and in many cases, it can act similar to a corticosteroid. Traditionally, it's been used for chest conditions, decreasing lung inflammation, helping act as an expectorant, so bringing that phlegm up so there is less coughing. It's also used for stomach inflammation, i.e. cases of gastroenteritis. For our dogs that have allergies, you want to be able to give something that's going to get rapidly absorbed, rapidly make its way to the skin, and interrupt that inflammatory cascade. Because what's happening is you've got a dog, say he's allergic to grass. He walks outside in the grass. His body sends in certain chemicals that go to his skin that say, scratch, scratch my skin. Scratches his skin, he causes more skin damage. The cycle continues and continues. Something like licorice root, it quickly goes right to that area of the skin, markedly decreasing inflammation. If you have an acute allergic dog and you just want to give something for a short period of time, 2 to 3 days, just to decrease the inflammation, consider licorice root. So the maximum would be 14 days on, 7 days off, then another 14 days on. Typical dog doses of the tincture, a half a ml of the tincture per 20 pounds of body weight, twice daily. Tula weighs 20 pounds. She would be getting yay amount, which is half a ml. You'd be getting that twice a day. Lucky you. Good girl. Number 5. A substance found in plant seeds, nuts, berries. This is the plant sterol, specifically beta-sitosterol. You guys are all going to know what cholesterol is. It's a type of fat. It's vital to the cell membranes. Also a precursor to many of the fat-soluble vitamins. But too much cholesterol, as you know, plays a role in heart disease. Not always great. The cholesterol, and it's only from animal products. But plants, they have their own type of cholesterol, the plant sterols. Many people are familiar with the plant sterols because they can help naturally lower cholesterol in your body. Fortunately for most animals, i.e. our dogs, that's not a problem. The plant sterols, but one in particular, beta-sitosterol, it has also been studied because it has great anti-inflammatory properties, has really impressive anti-itch properties, and it's been shown to be beneficial for dogs that have atopic dermatitis. That's allergies, poodle. Beta-sitosterol, it's modulating the itch-scratch cycle. It's decreasing inflammation in the skin. Hence, that's why it can be so beneficial for dogs that have atopy. Less skin inflammation, we have a dog that is doing less itching. They want to scratch their skin less often. Beta-sitosterol, it's very safe, minimal to no side effects. It can work fairly quickly in our dogs that have allergies. We're looking at dog doses of 2 milligrams per pound once or twice daily. 20-pound Tula, she need about 40 milligrams of beta-sitosterol daily. Typically, it's going to come bound in a fat. So for this beta-sitosterol, for instance, it's found in an ingredient called sterols and sterolins. These are plant sterols, isolated from soy, isolated from flax. So you can see the capsule here, it's filled with flaxseed oil, and the sterolins, i.e. the beta-sitosterol, is in this flaxseed oil. It's a carrier oil. I will be giving Tula a third of a capsule twice a day. The other thing I really like about this is the flaxseed oil itself. It's a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are also beneficial for our dogs that have atopy. So we know it's got 2 things in it, potentially decrease the itching in your allergic dog. So there they are, 5 fast-acting remedies that you can use to quickly stop your dog from itching at home. Thanks again for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications, and when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book.